So, where do you pray?
Prayer is a private matter. I don't discuss personal matters with complete strangers.
So, how many kids do you have?
Why do you need to know that?
I need to know how many kids you have.
I don't have any kids.
The Torah says you must have kids.
Actually, that is a general rule for the Jewish community, but there are exceptions, and I have an exemption.
What is your exemption?
How is my exemption your business?
I need to know why you don't have kids when the Torah says you must have kids.
But, I just told you I have an exemption, and thus, the Torah does not say I must have kids.
Every Anna must have kids according to the Torah.
No. I said the Torah allows for exemptions, and I have one of them.
What is your exemption?
What difference does it make? A major league rabbi, one of the Torah authorities of our generation, said I do not need to have kids.
Why would one of the Torah authorities of our generation say that to you?
Because he judged that I don't need to have kids.
But the Torah says you must have kids.
Did you just hear what I said? The big rabbi said I have an exemption.
Why would he say that to you when the Torah says you must have kids?
Because I would not be a good parent, and therefore, I must not have kids.
That's ridiculous. How do you know you'd be a bad parent?
Because I hate being around kids.
That's nonsense. I hate being around kids, too. All of us hate being around kids, but we still do the mitzvah and have kids, even though we fucking hate them.
That is the problem right there with the Torah community. You continue to spit out innocent kids, even though you hate children, and you should not have kids. But, instead, you have them, and mistakenly tell yourself you're doing a mitzvah, when in reality, what you're doing is destroying a life, because you're abusing that child. Everyone deserves good parenting, and people that hate kids will not be good parents. Therefore, you should not have kids, and anyone who speaks similarly to you should not have kids. You should get an exemption from a major league rabbi, and follow what I do, and not have kids.
No, that's ridiculous. The Torah says we should have kids.
The Torah doesn't want us to abuse kids.
But, I don't abuse kids, and you wouldn't abuse kids.
If you hate kids, then you are abusing them. I know that I would abuse kids, so that's why I'm not having them.
I don't believe any of that. My kids aren't abused, and you would make a great father.
You don't know that. I would make a horrible parent.
That's silly. How do you know?
Because I grew up abused, and that's all I know about how to parent.
That's silly. You'll learn how to be a good parent. We all do that.
Parenting isn't something that you can go learn. It is learned while we are kids. However our parents taught us is all we know.
No.
Haven't you ever heard of the cycle of abuse?
No.
Child abusers all grew up abused, and a third of all abuse victims go on to become abusive parents.
No.
Those are facts.
No. The Torah says you must have kids.
But a rabbi said I must not have kids.
It's a mitzvah to have kids.
You sound like a stupid broken record. I want to smash your face in, you robotic moron. Why are all of these concepts so difficult for your tiny brain to comprehend? You are living proof that hundreds of years of inbreeding turned most Ashkenazi Jews into total mutants seriously incapable of thinking for themselves. People like you make me wish I were a goy. Does your husband seriously bang you at night? I can't imagine anything worse than doing the nasty with you, you ugly hunk of cow dung. I would rather live a life of celibacy and masturbation, jacking off while watching granny porn featuring black women screwing white midgets than ever get near your fat Jewish ass.